We are back with the topmost yoga system by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Page number 100. First of all, one has to accept that God is the proprietor of everything. We are simply guests for 50 or 100 years. We come and go. And while one is here, he is absorbed in this thought. This is my land, this is my family, this is my body, this is my property. And when there is an order from the Supreme for one to leave his home, his property, his body, his family, his money, and his bank balance, it is all gone. One has to take another place. We are under the grip of material nature, and she is offering different kinds of bodies. Now, my dear sir, you accept this body. We accept an American body, an Indian body, a Chinese body, a cat's body, or a dog's body. I'm not the proprietor even of this body. Yet I say that I am this body. Actually, this is ignorance. And how can one have peace? Peace can be had when one understands that God is the proprietor of everything. One's friends, one's mother, one's mother's father, and the president are all guests of time. When this knowledge is accepted, then there will be peace. We are searching for a friend to give us peace and tranquility. That friend is Krishna, God. Just make friendship with him. You'll find everyone to be your friend. Because God is situated in everyone's heart, if you make friendship with God, He will dictate from within so that you will also be treated in a friendly way. If you make friendship with the police commissioner, you receive some advantage. If you make friendship with the President Nixon, everyone will be your friend because everyone is under the president. If you want something from any officer, simply call President Nixon and he will say, "All right, look after this man." Everything is taken care of. Just try to have friendship with God, and everyone will be your friend. If all people understand this very nice fact, that God is everyone's friend and that He is the supreme proprietor, they will become peaceful. That is explained also by Lord Chaitanya. In Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or any Vedic literature, or any other literature in any other religion, the same fact is presented. God is the proprietor. God is the only friend. If you understand this, then you'll have peace. This is the peace formula. As soon as you encroach on God's property, calling it your own, material nature, the police action, will be there. You are not the proprietor. You can simply have what is allotted to you by God. Your business is to elevate yourself, to perfect Krishna consciousness, and nothing more. Oh, Govinda Madhusudana. Let's repeat this again. What is our real business, right? Your business is to elevate yourself to perfect Krishna consciousness and nothing more. Wow. Wow, Jai, Jai. Life is so simple. If you deviate from this law, if you don't accept this principle, if you want to enjoy more, then you have to suffer more. There is no question of forgetting. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya says, one who is Krishna conscious has no demands. Thus, he is at peace. Those in Krishna consciousness do not know anything more than Krishna. Actually, only those who are Krishna conscious are peaceful, unafraid of anything. They are neither in heaven, nor in hell, nor anywhere, but with Krishna. So for them, everything is Vaikuntha, without fear. Similarly, Lord Krishna, as Paramatma, Supersoul, lives everywhere. He lives in the heart of a hog also. The hog eats stool, but that does not mean that because the Supreme Lord is in the heart of the hog, he is also subjected to that punishment. The Lord and his devotees are always transcendental to the modes of material nature. Persons who are completely Krishna conscious are very rare and very peaceful. Out of millions and millions of people, it is very difficult to find one who is actually Krishna conscious. This position of Krishna consciousness is so rare. But Krishna himself, as Lord Chaitanya, seeing the pitiable condition of the present day, is directly giving free love of Godhead. Yet, because love of God is being given freely and so easily, people do not care for it. My spiritual master used to say that if you take a Langera mango, which is a first class, topmost quality mango in India, very costly, very sweet, very tasteful, and go from door to door and try to distribute it freely, people will doubt. Why has this man brought this Langera mango? Why is he trying to distribute it freely? There must be some motive behind it. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya distributed this Krishna consciousness Langera mango very cheaply. But people are so foolish that they think, oh, they are simply chanting Hare Krishna, what is there to it? This is meant for the foolish who cannot speculate and do not have any higher standard of knowledge. But that is not so. It is said out of millions and millions of people, only a few are interested in Krishna consciousness. Do not neglect this information. It is very rare, and if you practice Krishna consciousness, your life will be fulfilled. Your life will be successful. Your mission in life will be fulfilled. This seed of Krishna consciousness is very rare and very valuable. Lord Chaitanya said that innumerable living entities are wandering and transmigrating in the 8,400,000 species of life, one after another. Out of so many, one may come who is fortunate, who has spiritual fortune. Sometimes devotees of the Lord go from door to door. Their policy is to go as beggars. So, in India, beggars, especially sannyasis, are very much respected. If a sannyasi comes to a house to beg, he is very well received. Swamiji, what can I do for you? The devotee beggar won't ask for anything, but whatever one can give, even one chapati, makes one spiritually rich. That man who offers a chapati to a pure devotee who comes to his door is made spiritually rich. When one is advanced in spiritual wealth, he offers a good reception to devotees as far as possible. According to the Vedic system, even if your enemy comes to your house, you have to receive him in such a way that you will forget that he is your enemy. That is the general system for receiving a pure devotee who has sacrificed everything for the Lord. These are instructions for householders. The householder should come out of his home during noontime, and call out for anyone who is hungry to please come and take the food. Only if no one comes in answer to his call can the chief of the household take his meals. There are so many rules and regulations just to train a man to become godly. They are not superstitious or superfluous. The human being should be trained to be godly. Because he is part and parcel of God, he is given the chance to be trained. This training is given because someday or other the person may be Krishna conscious. If, by chance, during this training he meets a teacher who is a saintly person and a pure devotee of the Lord, then by such a contact he becomes pure. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya said that the fortunate person who has had some spiritual asset in his past dealings will seek the association of a pure devotee. The seed of Krishna consciousness is received by the mercy of Guru, the spiritual master, and by the mercy of Krishna. When the spiritual master and Lord Krishna will that person when the spiritual master and Lord Krishna will that a person must have Krishna consciousness, then the seed very nicely fructifies. So whenever the spiritual master or Lord Krishna, they have that will, that fine, this person, his Krishna consciousness, the seed, like it must fructify, then this happens. Okay. The spiritual asset makes one fortunate, and thus he becomes spiritually enlivened, and then he meets a bona fide spiritual master, and by the grace of the spiritual master he can receive the seed of Krishna consciousness. That is his inner urge. Where can I get this association? Where can I get this awareness? Wow, okay. This is beautiful. This process is recommended. It is the general process of spiritual advancement. Krishna is within you, and as soon as Krishna sees that you are very sincere, that you are seeking, he sends a bona fide spiritual master. This combination of Krishna and the spiritual master is the cause of one's receiving the seed of Krishna consciousness. The seed is there. If you have a very nice seed of a rose bush, what is your duty? If you have a seed of any nice plant, it is your duty not to lock it up in the safety vault of a bank. Your duty is to sow it in the ground. Where should you sow that seed? If you have information of Krishna consciousness, you just sow it in your heart. Not in this earth, but in the earth within yourself. And after sowing a seed, you have to pour a little water on it, so that water is hearing and chanting. Once the seed is sown in the heart, just pour on a little water and it will grow. This process should not be stopped by the thought that because one is initiated, there is no need of hearing and chanting. Well, Prabhupada, he's taking you through the whole process. He's explaining that you are not this body, as if you have no idea what Krishna consciousness is. Then he introduces Krishna consciousness, and then he even takes you further, and he's like, okay, now you're in Krishna consciousness, you got initiation, but you still have to, he's just taking you all the way to Goloka in every single of these small books. This is what I really, really appreciate in these small books. He talks about very, very basic explanations of Krishna consciousness, and then he just takes you to Goloka Vrindavana to dance with Krishna. Okay, so this process should not be stopped by the thought that because one is initiated, there is no need of hearing and chanting. It should go on continuously. If you stop pouring water on a plant, it will dry up. It will not produce any fruit. Similarly, even if you are highly elevated in Krishna consciousness, you cannot stop this process of hearing and chanting, because Maya is so strong, so powerful, that as soon as she sees, here is an opportunity, at once you will dry up. By the process of pouring water, that plant of Krishna consciousness grows. How does it grow? There is a limit to every plant you see. It grows and grows and grows, but there is a limit where it stops growing. But the plant of Krishna consciousness grows in such a way that it does not rest in any part of this material universe, because a Krishna conscious person is not satisfied with planetary facilities in any part of this material universe. Even if you offer him Siddhaloka, where the inhabitants are so powerful and elevated that they can fly in the sky without airplanes, he will not be satisfied. There is a planet Siddhaloka, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, where the inhabitants do not need airplanes or spacecraft to fly from one planet to another. After Siddhaloka, there are many other planets. I saw that the latest modern opinion is that every star is a sun, and there are different planetary systems, solar systems. But according to Vedic literature, there are innumerable universes, which are separate identities. The limit of this universe is the outermost sky. The modern scientist says that each and every star is a sun, but Vedic literature does not say that. Vedic literature informs us that there is only one sun in each universe, but there are innumerable universes, and thus there are innumerable suns and moons. The highest planet in this universe is called Brahmaloka, and Lord Krishna says, even if you approach the highest planet, you have to come back again. Sputniks and astronauts are going very high, and here on Earth people are clapping, but after just a brief time they come down again. However, one may clap, he cannot do more than that. Similarly, those who are materialistic can go high up to Brahmaloka, where Brahma is, but those who are Krishna conscious will reject even that. They neglect even the impersonal Brahma Jyoti. They don't care for it. The covering of this universe is far, far greater than the space which we are now in. The outside of the universe is 10 times the space within, so one has to penetrate that covering and then reach Viraja, the causal ocean. The Buddhist philosophical perfection is to reach that Viraja. When this material existence is completely finished, it is called Viraja, according to Vedic language. But the Krishna conscious person not only penetrates the covering of this universe, but after he reaches that causal ocean, which is the neutral position, he continues. The plant grows so nicely from Brahmaloka to Viraja to spiritual sky, and even when that plant reaches the spiritual sky, it is not satisfied with any Vaikuntha planet. The highest planet in the spiritual sky is Krishna Loka. It is just like a lotus flower where Krishna is standing, and there, when the plant finds Krishna's lotus feet, it rests. Just as a creeper grows and grows and grows, and at last attaches itself to something, and then expands, when the devotional plant gets to the lotus feet of Krishna, it expands. As soon as this Krishna consciousness creeper captures Krishna's lotus feet, it takes shelter. There, now I have finished my journey. Let me expand here. To expand means to enjoy Krishna's association. There the devotees are satisfied. That creeper has to go on, and thus those who are already in Krishna consciousness, if they have their natural growth, relish the fruit of that creeper, even in this life. If you continue this chanting and hearing process, you will grow and grow and actually reach Krishna's lotus feet, and there relish his association. Wow. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. I'm completely speechless. This book is really, just like I mentioned, that it just takes you from wherever you are to the highest possible goal in life, and it explains every single step so clearly, just as it is. Congratulations, my dear listeners, we have completed the second book of His Divine Grace, and we are going to start the next one. yes, I still owe you reflections from the previous book, and now this book as well. We're still learning, and I've just got my sound system ready, so we're going to upgrade, and we are growing step by step, baby steps. And thank you all for your support. I've received messages, and we are trying our best, and by your blessings we will continue further. So thank you so much for tuning in. Krishna, this was just such an incredible book. Such a finale, isn't it? Such a finale. Okay, so this was Shravanam Diaries. This book will be in today's episode description, and you can read, download, copy, paste, purchase, order it, hard copy, soft copy, any copy. And yes, we will see you next time. Hare Krishna.